أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين، وصلى الله على محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. Assalamu alaikum, my brothers in Islam. In this video, I will try to explain to the Muslim Ummah the unfortunate situation in which they find themselves due to the absence of this first important pillar of Islam, that is the Caliphate. Who is your leader? I have mentioned this in so many videos that leadership is the teaching of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It was him who practically demonstrated, like any demonstration in a scientific laboratory, it's only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, how to establish the caliphate. Who are those to be selected, to be voted for? My brothers, if you think that our ancestors and the predecessors are in paradise, well, let us hope Allah will forgive them, that their mistakes and deviations were not as a result of arrogance, that they will have a case against Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He did not give them the opportunity and the means, no favor on him, on them. But if you are favored by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he said, even buying a tamr, one kernel of date, to save yourself from hellfire, do it. My brothers, it's not easy. Our way of life is full of deceit, pretenses. We are remaking what Islam is, not establishing it and reviving it. What has already been established, reviving it. Last week or 2 weeks ago, I demonstrated and explained our mistakes. We don't even understand the meaning of Ba'da and Qabla, written down about 310 after Hijrah, explained. Even if not explained, the Holy Quran explains what is Ba'da and Qabla. But in that book, Nawadir wal Zawaid, it is distinctly explained, as explained in Lisan al-Arab by Ibn Mandur and Al-Mufradat fi Gharib al-Quran. It is a coordinate in the course of transiting from one point to the other. In that book, Nawadir clearly, distinctly explained that as celestial bodies move from east to west, with reference to the time of breaking or taking sahur, taking your breakfast for your fasting, if you do it before Ba'ada, what? The yellow, the white thread, horizontal white thread, before it it is acceptable. Your fast is intact. But if you do it after, your fasting is not acceptable because you haven't followed the rules. Now, if it is actually a moment of separation, apply to Friday prayer. They said, Ba'ada Zawal and the Qabla Zawal. What is that? What is Ba'ada Zawal Shams? When the sun begins to move, by the time you see the ball, you have to see the fairy. Then it begins to ascend. Then Kabbalah before, that means before the sunrise is Kabbalah. Are you allowed to pray after Fajr prayer? No. You only pray Fajr prayer. After it, no prayer. That is Kabbalah. What of Bada? You can pray after the sun rises. Anytime you pray. Period of prayers. But what prayer are you going to observe? A Duluk Shams? Never. But only Zuhr prayer. So, whoever scholar says Friday prayer is to be observed before and after Zawal, it means one classic description. Ba'da Zawal, after sunrise. Qabla Zawal, before sunset. Before sunset. But Zawal is a transition. It's just like the impulse of the heart. Once it moves from the sinoatrial node to atrioventricular node, it is exhibiting in each phase Zawali until whatever happens, it comes back to sinoatrial node. It is Zawal. So there are 24 or 12 in the morning coordinates of Zawal from sunrise to sunset. Then again from sunset to sunrise coordinates. How many points are there? Only God knows. But we know the heart beats 62 times or 70 times or 72 times in a minute. So there are 72 coordinates of Zawal. So my brothers, go and think. I don't know what happened last week. I went to attend the funeral of my cousin. So I was unable to watch what happened in Mecca and Medina. I don't think the imams actually are aware of my video, but what of the followers? If they were unaware of my video, what of their brothers? So what is the function of a believer? To love for his brother what he loves for himself. Now, if all those who have listened to that particular video shut their eyes and allow their brothers, most likely Pakistanis and Arabs, to attend the Umrah and the Friday prayer in Masjid al-Haram and Masjid Rasūlullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, they are their enemies. They are not their well-wishers. Is there an ambiguity in that except arrogance? Our arrogance has led us to believe that there is no limit. Allah has given us one, and إِلَّا يَوْمُ يُبْعَثُونَ قَالَ إِنَّكَ مِنَ الْمُنذَرِينَ. Yes, exactly. Allah has given us a respite until the day of judgment to commit what? Sins. But there are examples in the Quran, Tawheed, theologically, that there is no, it is just like an impulse, tachycardia or arrhythmia. If you don't breathe for a second, you know what it is. We have drop beats. We all feel them, palpate them. ECG, you see everything. You haven't forgotten the history of the story of the wife of Prophet Lut alayhi salam. She obeyed her husband, everything. But at one point, and they were leaving or they have left the city, she turned her back. What? Even in disgust, happy of the punishment Allah inflicted on them, it was a mistake. Allah did not accept it. She was punished. Look at how Allah is. What of us, we Muslims? The best example, what? Rasūlullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, Uhud. That is well known. What of Rawahi, Abdurrahman ibn Rawaha? He just had to get courage. Compose what? How many lines to encourage him? Take the raya, take the flag. What was the description? He will crawl to enter paradise. Look at this, my brothers. I think 6 lines or 4 or 5. I've forgotten the encouragement he gave himself. He made a mistake. The third example, Abu Lubaba, friend of Rasūlullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. He went to the citadel of Bani Qurayza. They saw him and asked, what message is with you? He said, shh, shh, slaughter. He said he felt that he has betrayed Rasūlullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. He was punished by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. For just shh, you are telling the message out. So, my brothers, you have been deceived by your muftis, sheikhs, al-sheikhs, by your ministers of religious affairs, that it is allowed to commit a sin after the perfection, completion of the Sharia. Sheikh Sudais was appointed, alhamdulillah, 1983. I promised never to attend pilgrimage because of bid'ah. 1984 to today, 37 years, leading prayers in Kaaba, Friday prayer in the time of Zuhur prayer. Last put them 40 years, that's 52. $2,080 of public prayers. But Rasūlullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam says, the one who missed Friday prayer 3 times. I don't know the meaning of the word. Al-tahawun. Convince yourself of the meaning. Disdainedly, out of pride, arrogance, rejection, deliberately, he will be in hellfire. I don't know in these 37 years how many have died. I don't know, but I'm sure probably we can get the statistics. How many attended pilgrimage and Umrah? Have all, whether they are alive or not, been implicated, observing Friday prayer in the time of Zuhr prayer 3 times, where their feet. It's not a matter of Allah will forgive, it's a matter of action. الذين تابوا وأصلحوا وبينوا. But the tawab is the critical issue. You begin worshiping Allah without knowing it, but He gave you 7 to 8 years to know Him before you started accountability. Allahu Akbar. But because of the absence of the first pillar, it's just like there's no note or code. If there's no note or code, let the embryologist tell us what will happen to embryology. If there's no note or code, the first cement, the first layer, what will happen? What will happen? After the fusion of sperm and the ova, no note or code, what will happen? I don't understand, my brothers. Let us apply science to understand Islam. It's just like Rasūlullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he told us that he came, found a building. He looked carefully. He found one brick missing. He had to replace, put that brick back before he roofed. And then people were able to sleep inside. Look at that. My brothers, what knowledge, what convincing information do you need from somebody favored by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to awaken you from your slumber? It's not for you, my brothers. I don't know what will happen tomorrow, Friday, but I will let you know. I hope to watch Sunnah TV and the Quran TV, Mecca and Medina, to see when they will observe the Friday prayer. They have been observing it in the time of Zuhr prayer. And as I said, our stand is with Rasūlullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. We can't force Allah. We can't change His mercy. We pray He should be merciful. From the spectrum, how many are in hellfire today? From Adam to today. Let Him please forgive them. I am not. That's my greatest hope. But I will remind you what Rasūlullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam says. Any action not according to his own actions, is void, is futile, is fruitless, and there's no amount of anything that he will do Allah to accept it. This is what we are saying. But then we leave it with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. As I said, I pray He forgives all the sinners. From the murder of Abel to today, those who actually, by one reason or the other, were unable to understand and obey Rasūlullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.